This is Catchy Comedy.
Laughs aplenty tonight.
You just turn on that set and leave the rest to me.
Connie, have you seen my eyeglasses?
No, I haven't, Mrs. Davis. Aren't they where you usually leave them?
No, I've looked all over my forehead and they're nowhere in sight. But they must be here someplace.
Would you like me to help you look for them?
No, thanks, dear. For the time being, I can manage without them. Besides, I wouldn't want to take you away from your company.
My which?
I don't believe I've met this gentleman before.
Mrs. Davis, you're looking at the floor lamp.
Oh, that explains it. I was wondering why your friend kept his hat on in the house.
Well, actually, very few of my friends look that bright. Anyway, with Mrs. Nestor's newest anti-fraternizing campaign, I'll have precious little time to entertain any friends.
Is she off on one of those no-fraternizing kicks again? How does she expect nice men and women to get together? A woman like Mrs. Nestor ought to listen to the song Love and Marriage a few times.
Maybe that's how she got the idea. She's been married 3 times.
Connie, if you're going to be home alone, would you do me a favor?
Oh, I'd be glad to, Mrs. Davis. What is it?
Well, I'm expecting Henry Finley, and I want you to get rid of him for me.
Get rid of him? Well, the way you've been seeing Henry lately, I thought you were very fond of him.
Oh, he's a nice boy, all right. But personally, I prefer the rugged He-Man type, like Francis X. Bushman. Somehow, Henry just doesn't send me.
He's been there and back too often. Anyway, he seems very devoted to you, Mrs. Davis.
And that's another thing. He's been prying into my finances. True devotion should come from the heart and not the pocketbook.
And you don't know anything about him?
Absolutely not. All I know is that he owns a florist shop. I haven't the slightest idea where he keeps his $10,000 life insurance policy.
Shame on you. You haven't even got his Social Security number.
S4983727.
Are you sure you want me to get rid of him for you?
Absolutely, dear. I wish you could do it permanently, but I'll settle for this evening. I didn't want to see him at all tonight, but he insisted on coming over. Now then, when he gets here... There he is now. I'll just go out to the kitchen and put the dinner dishes away until you get rid of him.
All right, but what'll I tell him?
Just tell him that I've been called to an urgent meeting of the Ladies' Aid.
Are you certain you're all right without your glasses, Mrs. Davis?
Oh, of course, dear. Why, with my eyes, I can even see in the dark. Henry! How did you manage to get in here?
This way to the kitchen, Mrs. Magoo.
Good evening, Connie.
Good evening, Mr. Finley.
Oh, now, we've known each other long enough. Just Henry.
Well, won't you come in a minute, just Henry? Mr. Finley?
Where's my little snapdragon? You know, I want to tell you, Connie, I don't mind telling you at all, the way things have been going, I've got a justice of the peace picked out, and one of these days, I am going to have that knot tied.
Well, I hope you and the justice of the peace will be very happy. Well, Henry, I wouldn't want you to be disappointed, but after all, Mrs. Davis is very fickle, and you haven't known her for very long.
Well, maybe that's right. At my age, I shouldn't jump to conclusions, I suppose.
At your age, you shouldn't even limp toward them.
Well, how soon will my little duck bump be down?
Oh, well, actually, Henry, she had to go out to an urgent Ladies' Aid meeting.
Oh.
So I think if you'd just run along, it happened very
Well,
suddenly.
look, I haven't anything to do. I'll just wait.
Oh, but how would that look, Henry? Just the two of us alone in this house? Sometimes those meetings take so long, they take all night. Or even 2 nights.
What was that?
What was what?
You mean you didn't hear those dishes crashing?
Dishes crashing?
Yeah.
Oh, Henry, of course I didn't hear dishes crashing.
But you told me that we were alone in the house, Connie.
Oh, we are, Henry. That's probably our cat, Minerva, knocking over a dish or two. Or 10.
That was your cat?
That was our great, big, clumsy, nearsighted cat. Now, I think you should go out.
Oh, get out of my way, you fool, Minerva.
That was our great, big, clumsy, nearsighted, talking cat.
Oh. Hello, Henry.
Good evening, Lambiekin. Connie tried to tell me that you'd gone to the Ladies' Aid meeting.
I did, but they broke up early.
Oh, well, now, are you ready to go out, gingham girl?
Well, maybe Connie would like to join us.
What?
You would like to go out with us, wouldn't you?
Well, that's a good idea. But wouldn't she need an escort?
Oh, well, don't worry about that. I can arrange that in a minute.
You can.
Certainly. Don't bother to take your hat off, Shorty. We're going right out.
It's where everybody knows your name.
Give me a draft.
Catch Cheers every weeknight at 11 p.m. Eastern. Part of smart and catchy sitcoms.
Just so catchy.
On Catchy Comedy.
Morning, Mr. Talbot.
Hi, honey.
Well, I'd hate to think what you'd have gone through to ask me how I feel.
I'm just not taking any chances. Have you seen Mrs. Nestor's latest edict?
No, what little goody has she dug up for us this morning?
From now until further notice, I hereby decree that all members of the opposite sex on both faculty and student body shall refrain from conversation not absolutely essential to school business. Those faculty members caught conversing are subject to a 50-cent fine for each offense.
50 cents every time I talk?
Exactly, Miss Brooks.
Woo!
Must scream that way.
Well, at these prices, it's all I can afford. I mean, that new rule does seem unduly severe, Mrs. Nestor.
I mean it to be. I'm going to put teeth in my no fraternizing rule. I want this to be an efficient organization. This is a private elementary school, not a tunnel of love. Entirely too much billing and cooing going on among the members of my faculty.
I see. So every time we coo, you're going to bill us.
You might put it that way, yes. However, I will overlook your offense this time since you've only learned the rules. Now then, Mr. Talbot, you come along with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Conklin.
First, I wanted to be sure Mrs. Torquemada had left. Now, Miss Brooks, be honest. Has there ever been a reign of terror like this since the Spanish Inquisition?
No, you're quite right, Mr. Conklin. Not since you were in charge at Madison High. But I don't see why you should be so concerned. After all, you're still principal here.
Precisely. And whenever there's a rule so harsh and unjust to my teachers as that 50-cent penalty, something wells up inside me. A deep, protective, fatherly feeling comes over me. All the warm paternal affection I feel for my faculty comes to the fore. Miss Brooks, since that rule came into effect, it's cost me $5.
I wondered what was welling up inside of you, Pop. But why should it cost you so much money?
Well, my dear little wife chose this morning to visit me at school. Mrs. Nestor caught her talking to me in the hall, called it fraternizing, and charged me 50 cents.
50 cents for listening to your wife talk?
And that's what you call carrying coals to Newcastle and losing money on the haul.
Well, what about the other 450?
Mrs. Nestor caught me 9 more times before I could persuade my dear little wife to keep her fat trap shut. Miss Brooks, we've got to do something about this edict, and at once.
Yes, sir, but what?
Well, I've decided to call a meeting at noon of the interested faculty members. Oh, you know what a tiger I can be when I'm aroused.
Well, then I'll meet you in your office at noon.
In my office? Do you think I'm crazy? The meeting will be in the boiler room. There are times when it is prudent to go underground. Now then, do we understand each other?
Oh, yes, sir. We tigers are about to make like the bravest groundhogs anyone's ever seen.
Sit down, Miss Brooks.
All right, sir.
Get started.
Thank you.
Now then, you are all aware of the reason for this emergency meeting, namely to consider ways of persuading Mrs. Nestor to remove this onerous edict. Now then, I would like suggestions as to how it can be revoked. Yes, Muncie?
Well, I feel that the entire faculty should show its displeasure by resigning in a body until my sister's edict is revoked.
Oh, that's a dandy. That way, the entire faculty can starve in a body, too. So, next suggestion. Yes, Miss Brooks, what do you have to offer that we can throw out?
Well, sir, I think we have to get at the cause of an edict such as this.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. This is obviously the product of a lonely and frustrated woman. I'm more aware of her solitude now since she moved into a little bungalow in our neighborhood. Night after night, she sits there all alone.
Well, she lives fully 2 blocks away from you. How would you know that?
Mrs. Davis has very strong binoculars.
Miss Brooks is right. My sister is a very lonely woman. She sits in her living room night after night, all alone, playing solitaire.
Well, Muncie, why don't you go over and keep her company?
Why should I? I got a solitaire game of my own going.
You know what she actually needs is a nice, mature gentleman who'll give her affection and companionship.
Well, don't look at me, Tony. I've got my own mule trade. I mean, I'm already happily married.
Oh, I'm certain he didn't mean you, Mr. Conklin. But I think I've got just the gentleman for her. He's a florist that's been going with my landlady, and she's very anxious to break off with him.
Say, that's a good idea, Connie, and that way you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right. Now, I think I could introduce them this afternoon if you could have your sister at Mr. Finley's flower shop around 4 o'clock, Mr. Muncie.
That ought to be easy, because you see, she has to pick up some flowers for a sick friend anyway.
Oh, believe me, Mr. Muncie, when my night-blooming jazz man meets your snapdragon, there'll be a hot time in the old hothouse tonight.
From the diner to the brewery, catch all the laughs from Milwaukee.
Because it's so funny.
Catch Happy Days in Laverne and Shirley.
Your dream come true.
Weekdays starting at 1 p.m. Eastern.
To happy hour.
On Catchy Comedy.
Be there. Whoa.
Connie, the one person I wanted to see. I'm practically beside myself. This morning, my little duck bump called me. She doesn't want to see me anymore.
Mrs. Davis isn't the only woman in the world.
The only woman for me. When she walked into my shop, the bloom on her cheeks put my flowers to shame. Oh, Connie, my life is ruined. What is there left for me?
Find someone to take her place. That's exactly why I dropped in. I heard about the phone call, and I knew you'd feel terrible, Henry. And I want to introduce you to someone new.
Oh, Connie, thank you for your consideration, but no one can take my little duck bump's place.
Wait till you see the big goose pimple I have. Oh, Henry, Mrs. Nestor is a woman of charm and wit and beauty.
I remember how my little angel looked at me. The warmth that radiated from her eyes.
Oh, you ought to see the warmth radiating from Mrs. Nestor's eyes. It'll burn you right down to your cotton-picking socks.
I remember the glow of happiness that only my little sweetheart could give me as she touched my hand. The security I felt in her presence.
Well, Mrs. Nestor will give you that same feeling of happiness, Henry. And talk about security. You've heard of Mrs. Nestor's elementary school, haven't you? She owns the entire place.
I remember the pleasure my little duck bump brought to me when free and clear.
Bingo. Little duck bump just flew south for the winter.
Well, Connie, of course. No woman could ever replace my little treasure in my affection. But, well, even with a broken heart, a man must go on.
Oh, I understand, Henry.
Yes, sir.
Why, Miss Brooks?
Well, Mrs. Nestor, if this isn't a coincidence, we were just talking about you.
Is this the beautiful lady you were telling me about?
This is Mrs. Free and Clear. Mrs. Nestor, this is Mr. Henry Finley.
Well, I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Finley.
No, dear lady. The pleasure is all mine. And the nice things that Miss Brooks said about you weren't nearly enough.
Oh, Miss Brooks said nice things about me?
It's possible. Naturally, Mrs. Nestor.
Enchanting as her description was, it was hardly adequate. Why, the bloom on your cheeks positively puts my flowers to shame.
Oh, Mr. Finley.
Yeah.
I'll bet you say that to all the girls.
Well, so far, he's batting 1,000. Mrs. Nestor, it just occurred to me that you and Mr. Finley would have a lot in common. What with your flower garden and his interest in flowers?
You have a flower garden?
Yes,
They're off.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yes, I do have something of a green thumb, you know, Mr.
Is that
Finley.
so?
Oh, I just adore planting the dear little seeds into the ground and then watching the sprouts come up long and green. Don't you?
Oh, he's crazy about the long green, all right. I mean, he has the same idea about flowers that you have.
Oh, yes, I do, Mrs. Nestor, I do.
Well, I better be getting along. I left my car in the 12-minute zone.
Oh, pardon me just a moment, dear lady. Yes. Goodbye, Miss Brooks. And thank you for trying to help a man with a broken heart. But no woman could take my little Margaret's place.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. However, Mrs. Nestor might make a nice acquaintance. Now, is there anything that I can do for you?
Just one thing, Henry.
What's that?
Keep my job open when it becomes Mr. Finley's elementary school.
No, not yet.
Well, I wish Mr. Muncie would get here. When he called a while ago, he said he'd be right over, and he had great news.
I hope it's what I think it is. Your introducing Mrs. Nestor to Mr. Finley has already helped me, Connie.
Helped you? How?
Well, it happened late this afternoon. Mrs. Nestor caught me talking to Mrs. Hoffman in the corridor. I gave her the 50-cent penalty, and I was quite surprised at the reaction.
You mean she returned it?
No, she gave me 25 cents change.
Wonderful news. Our troubles are practically over. I called Mr. Conklin just as soon as I heard. Finley made a date with my sister for tonight. He's over there this very moment.
That's what I call a fast worker.
Well, he'd better be. At his age, he hasn't much time.
Did you say that we could see Mrs. Nestor's house through this window with binoculars?
Only the living room and the kitchen. But, Mr. Talbot...
Talbot, you're not suggesting that we spy on my sister, are you?
Oh, no, I just...
Well, that's probably the lowest, sneakiest thing a person could do. I realize we're curious, of course, but we ought to control our curiosity.
After all, we're adults, and it behooves us to act like adults, not behave like errant juveniles with no self-control. Right, Miss Brooks?
Absolutely.
Oh, I agree.
They're off and running.
There they are now in the living room.
Oh, they're on the love seat.
Oh, you must have said something funny. My sister's laughing.
Why is he making jokes now? This is the time for action.
Oh, he's moving toward her.
Oh, she's moving away from him. Oh, she's moving back toward him.
Now he's moving away.
Oh, he's reaching for her hand. He's reaching. Oh, he fell off the love seat.
Oh, what a romance.
He's all right now. He's got a hold of her hand.
Oh, that's probably Mrs. Davis. She went to an early movie.
Hello, Miss Brooks.
Mr. Conklin.
I heard the news, so I came right over because I wanted to see what... Talbot! Muncie! Why, this is a disgrace. Spying on an innocent woman and her escort. What are you men, peeping toms?
Now he's putting his arm around her.
Talbot, don't you hear me?
Closer. Closer.
Muncie.
Closer. Closer.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Nestor. Pucker up those ruby lips and kiss it.
Well, welcome to the club, Peeping Oz.
Heavens to Uncle George! The light just went out in the living room.
They've probably gone into the kitchen. There's a light still on in there.
Pessimist.
Hold on, they'll get behind that big refrigerator and we'll never know what happened.
Well, I'm going to keep on looking till I find out.
Oh, that's probably Mrs. Davis now.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Excuse me a moment, Mrs. Nestor. We're busy. Can any of you see anything yet?
Not a thing.
Well, if you ask me, when that light goes on in the living room, you'll see that... Excuse me a moment, Mrs.
Well, Miss Brooks, would you kindly explain to me why you are all staring out this window at this time of night with binoculars in hand?
Well, believe it or not, Mrs. Nestor, but our horse in the third race hasn't come in yet. Give the secret password.
Mrs. Nestor is a schnook.
Mr. Conklin, you may come out. I've come here to make my peace with all of you. Miss Brooks, I'll rescind my edict if you'll do me a favor.
Oh, I'd be happy to, Mrs. Nestor. What is it?
Please get that pest, Henry Finley, out of my hair.
What? What can she do, sis?
Oh, that's easy. My landlady still hasn't found her glasses, so I'll reintroduce Henry as Francis X. Bushman, and she'll never know the difference.
What else is on, honey?
Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Who is it?
Steve McQueen.
Oh, Steve, come in and ravage me.
Hi.
You're not Steve McQueen.
Well, Steve said he's going to be a little late, but that I should go ahead and start ravaging.
No, stop it.
What's that?
It's a puzzle.
I mean, who is it?
Millard Fillmore.